Who really owns ideas? Let me explain. Imagine you're an author in the newborn America. You create a banger book, you realize your book has taken off. Millions of people are reading what you have created. But something feels off. You are objectively famous, people know you, but your income from this incredible piece of work seems to be kind of low. Then you ask yourself why, maybe reflect on it a little bit, and realize that every single printer in America at the time could print your book, make money, and give $0, 0 cents to you. So they wasn't giving you no credits, no royalties to the person who actually wrote the piece of work in the first place. You. Yes, this was awful. Copyright didn't exist before the 31st of May, 1790, when George Washington enacted it officially. But why? In the late 1700s, the United States was a brand new country. There was no unified national system protecting authors and creators. Individual states had their own rules, but they were actually not working. So there was no federal framework, mainly because America just got out of its revolution period and was still figuring out what nation it wanted to be. Now, if you write a book, you own it, right? Well, yes, makes sense. Lawmakers at the time thought the same. Trying to find a solution, they searched for ideas and eventually turned to Britain, which, since the early 1700s, had what is often called the first copyright law in history. An act for the encouragement of learning. This was the idea and the title of the first copyright law. If everybody could steal and make money from your work, why would you even create it in the first place? Maybe you would have done it anyway, especially if there was a deeper personal interest. But not everybody's like this. And lawmakers thought that, hey, if we don't address this issue, we won't have progress in most domains and we will stagnate. No progress in science, in literature, and much more. Nothing good will come out if we don't make the owners own their work. I mean, rightly so. Imagine spending years writing and then one idiot from who knows where just capitalizes on your book without giving you a single cent. Basically, if creators know they can benefit from their work, they create more of it, advancing society. The new law worked like this. It covered books, maps, and charts. Nothing else, no music, no paintings, nothing else. Only paperwork. You, as the author, received 14 years of protection, and at the end of the term, if you are still on planet Earth, you could get another 14 years, maximum, summing the total to 20 years of protection in total. Now, getting the protection wasn't easy at all. You could think of it like stepping barefoot on a Lego, okay? I know it hurts, sorry, but I had to mentally make you feel the pain. It had 3 steps. You needed to register the work with a federal district court clerk, publish notice of the registration, deposit copies with government authorities, including the Secretary of State. Completely bananas, but hey, this was the process. Failing to complete this process even slightly could lose you your entire protection. Yeah, you know what's also funny? Americans loved to read the work of European authors, frankly, or foreign authors. They also love printing them too. Exactly, the new law only covered Americans. Lol. One example that stands out is Charles Dickens. He was an English novelist, journalist, and social critic. His works were widely successful in America, but unfortunately for him, so was everyone's ability to copy them. He became pretty upset about this and publicly criticized this approach. The law was later expanded and improved. The protection period became much longer, new forms of media were added. Copyright eventually evolved in the system that governs books, film, movies, softwares, photos, digital, everything. Okay, so if what you create today is not capitalized by some other dude on the other side of the planet, but only by you and your team or whoever capitalizes on it, is thanks to Britain in the first place and then to the founders of America who adopted and improved this approach. Now, onto the idea. Remember that I'm figuring things out as I'm growing and improving. I don't want to pretend to have all the answers and to be completely sure of what I say. These ideas that I'm writing are just what I'm thinking now. I'm completely open to being wrong anytime. If facts change, I change my mind. That's the point. Creativity is just a bunch of inputs mixed with your own unique life experiences. True creativity, innovative creativity, is much rarer. So, if creativity is just inputs plus your life experiences, isn't everything just a slightly different version of the same thing? Yes and no. To better explain this, I would love to give you an example. When I'm writing these ideas, I'm not really inventing anything new. I've had in my life an unfathomable number of inputs. Everything I have consumed, every podcast, every video, every conversation has given me input. Literally everything, also the color of my cup of coffee in the morning. So when I research and find stories such as this one, I connect it to something I believe to be true, an idea I have heard, played with, or experienced in the first person. And I blend it all together with my unique perspective and knowledge, creating something new, creativity. But it's not anything new. Can you feel it? Why unique thoughts though? Do I think to be some special human being? No, it's unique because you, I, everyone else will be the only you in this universe. What you experienced, the exact way you have reacted and done stuff in your life is really and uniquely yours. Nobody, there will be only one. I mean, if AI clones us, that's another topic. But for now, there will be only one you in the universe. Okay, there will not exist one after you, as it didn't exist before you. Okay, copyright, which is the story of this post, is blocking you from copying and pasting stuff, which is good. We want progress. We want new stuff out there in the world. What you can do instead is what the saying says: don't give them fish, teach them how to fish. You want to take input just like a car needs fuel. Then you want to express that input into something new, uniquely yours, your creativity, as well as you will want or need to drive the car with the fuel to go somewhere you need or want to be. It doesn't mean take the work, change it slightly, and then name it your own. That's wrong and frankly stupid. What you want to do is consume stuff, a lot of stuff, from different creators who are from different domains. One artist who studied poetry, one finance person who explored Buddhism. The more inputs you have, the wider they come from, the more creativity you have. Your circle of knowledge and competence will grow. You will create connection that only you could have created because you are unique. In the end, consuming it's okay, but it needs to serve a purpose. Outcome-based learning. Taking inspiration is okay, but only if it mixed with plenty of other stuff and creates something uniquely and truly yours. Take a minute to digest if needed, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.